Yo, what's up guys? My name is MJ and today we're going to be testing out which AI model can make the best drift car in Forza Horizon 5. And I'm going to be testing 3 different AI models today. The first one is ChatGPT by OpenAI, second is Google's Gemini, and third is the Chinese DeepSeek. So I'm going to have each AI build me a drift car completely from scratch, and then we're going to put those drift cars head to head to see which one gives me the most points on a drift zone. This should actually be a pretty interesting video. I'm pretty excited to film it, so hype the video, subscribe, and let's get right into it. Build me a drift car in Forza Horizon 5 completely from scratch with every single tuning setting, and make the drift build specifically meant for getting as many points as possible in drift zones in Forza Horizon 5. Good luck. Okay, so I'm going to copy this exact prompt. I'm going to put this exact prompt into the other 2 AIs so that this is a completely fair test. Okay, we have our prompts pasted into Gemini. Let's submit it. Have our prompt pasted into DeepSeek. Let's submit it, see what it gives us. Okay, so now ChatGPT has built us a drift car. Google Gemini has built us a drift car, and DeepSeek has now built us a drift car, or is still in the process of building us a drift car. So let's start with ChatGPT and build and test this drift car first. Okay, so ChatGPT gave us a 2002 Nissan Silvia spec car, the S15 Silvia. That is a very good choice, honestly. RB26 swap, and it is still rear-wheel drive with drift tires. Interesting. Now, I'm not going to go over the entire build. I'm just going to copy it over and test it out. All right, let's buy ourselves a brand new Silvia spec car S15. Let's go. Wait, let me ask Chat if I should wide body it, because it doesn't even mention a wide body at all. Should I wide body it? Excellent question, and yes. Okay, we're gonna wide body it. Bang. Oh my god, that thing looks menacing. Look at that diffuser. Oh my god, look at that exhaust. Okay, we are done. So this is what the car's looking like. About 800 horsepower, weighs 2,750 pounds. So let's custom tune it. Wait, this is actually good. Chat's actually cooking here. It knows what's up with the anti-roll, how to tune an anti-roll like drift-wise. Oh, the springs it doesn't though. It's literally making us go the wrong way. And 60, and there we go. That is a completed ChatGPT drift build and tune. ChatGPT built and tuned this entire drift car. So let's go test it out. And what better way to test out a drift car than on the 4-mile-long mountain drift zone? So I'm going to put all 3 of these AI-built drift builds head-to-head against each other on this 4-mile-long mountain drift zone and see which one gives us the most points, as well as which one feels the best, which one's the easiest to drift, you know, which one's the most controllable, all that good stuff, until we find out which AI can build the best drift car in Forza Horizon 5. Here we go. First entry in the ChatGPT built drift car. Okay, it's actually not too bad, but there isn't one gear. Oh, 6th gear is actually perfect. I take that back. I was gonna say there's actually not a perfect drifting gear, but look at 6th gear. It is getting so close to redline, but not bouncing off of it. That is exactly what you want in a drift build. Okay, wait. Oh, God. Oh, that was like kind of rough. The only thing that I don't like that ChatGPT did to this drift build that I personally would have done different is I would have added snow tires to this drift build personally. Because if you guys do not know, snow tires are actually better than the drift tire compound for getting points in drift zones. You know, if Chat knew that, it definitely would have given us the snow tire compound. But Chat is kind of an idiot when it comes to Forza, so we're using the drift tire compound. I don't know, it's like, it's hard to like get a lot of angle on this car and keep it. I don't know what it is. Okay, so we're at 350k. I think we're on pace to hit the 1 million points. Bro, I wonder how many points I'm going to be able to get on these AI-built drift cars. If I can get 1 million points on all 3 of them, I'm actually going to be really proud of myself. So if I can get 1 million points on just one of them, I'll be happy. Oh yeah, look at that line. You know what? This is actually a pretty controllable drift build for something that an AI made. Wow, that's crazy. An AI built this entire drift build, and this thing is actually pretty good. It's actually pretty controllable. I cannot lie. The only thing is it has like slightly too much grip, but I think that's just because of the drift tire compound. If Chat knew about the snow tires, this drift build would be actually really good. I'm like actually surprised. Okay, so we're at 820,000 points with 0.9 miles left. I think that means we're on pace for 1 million points. I'm gonna be very happy with the score if it's over 1 million points. Come on. Let's get a nice line here. Oh yeah. Held it right on the edge of the road there. Let's see if we can get another nice line right here. Oh, I forgot that there's like really no good drifting gear other than 6th gear. Alright, here we go. Oh wait, there's literally like 3 turns left and we're about to pass 1 million points right now. Okay. Oh my god, 6th gear is like the only usable gear. That's another thing about this ChatGPT built drift tune. There's like, the gear ratio tuning is super off. But 1,057,000 points on an AI built drift car. That is absolutely insane. Let me write that down before I forget. Wow, I am actually shocked at how well this ChatGPT built drift tune actually performed. Dude, this thing was actually pretty good, but let's move on to, let's do the Google Gemini build next. Whoa, okay. Google Gemini actually gave us a really interesting car. It actually gave us the Formula Drift number 43 Dodge Viper SRT10. And if you guys don't know, this is actually a pretty meta drift car. This thing is actually really good. Google Gemini might know what's up when it comes to Forza drifting. Let's find out though. Let's build this drift tune. This one's also doing the drift tire compound. This is not good. Oh, this one's actually using the drift transmission. This one's cool. All right, so we completed the build. This thing has 1,350 horsepower and 1,400 foot-pounds of torque. This thing's gonna be way better than the last drift build, but we still need to tune it. Let's tune it, okay? That is a completed Google Gemini AI drift build. All right, here we go. This is the Google Gemini completely built and tuned drift car in Forza Horizon 5. I actually have higher hopes for this than the S15. I actually think the Gemini build is going to beat the ChatGPT build. I have high hopes for this one. Alright, so let's test this thing out and see how it performs. So the score to beat is 1,057,000 set by the S15 Sylvia. Whoa, okay. This thing definitely has more power. That is for sure. That is for dang sure. This thing has a lot of power. 1,350 horsepower, 1,400 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, it's literally a twin-turbo V10 Viper. This thing is pretty gnarly. It is also still using the drift tires, not the snow tires, which, again, I'm not a fan of. You guys know that. Everyone knows that at this point, that the snow tires are better than the drift tires. I'm surprised that the AI actually hasn't figured that out yet. Because, like, you know what I'm saying, that's pretty common knowledge. But at least it's consistent between the AI models. They're all using the drift tire compound. In terms of controllability, this is like exactly the same as the S15. They were both incredibly controllable. Very easy to place exactly where you want it on the road. Oh yeah. So the thing that these drift zones are actually looking for is speed and angle. So you want to be going as fast as you possibly can in these drift zones and as sideways as you possibly can. So let's get some speed here. This is the high speed section. So let's see how the Gemini built drift car does on the high speed section. ChatGPT took it very nicely. The S15 was actually pretty smooth through here. Got the double apex coming up. Let's see how it takes it. Very beautifully. Oh yeah, look at that line. Hold it right on the edge of the corner. Woo! And again, look how close we got to that guardrail there. That was crazy. You see how close we got to that guardrail there? Let's try to replicate it. Oh yeah, this car's so controllable. You're able to just hold it on the edge of the road for the entire corner. Like, look at this. Let's try to get close to the guardrail but not hit it. Oh. Oh my god. You see how close that was? Like, that is how controllable this drift car is. That is a prime example of just how controllable this drift car is. You can literally place it so close to the edge of the road and still not hit the guardrail. Like, you could just place the car exactly where you want it. Look at that. We were just on the edge of the road for that entire corner as well. Final corner. Let's see. Oh my god. We're gonna get 1.1? No. Okay, so 1,089,000, that absolutely smoked the ChatGPT drift build. Yeah, ChatGPT was able to get 1,057,000, this thing got 1,089,000, so absolutely demolished the ChatGPT drift build. But there's still one AI model left to test, and that is DeepSeek. Oh wow, DeepSeek actually wants us to use the S14 Sylvia. That's actually pretty crazy. Not the Zen key, it wants the Koki, which is this one, the K's arrow. Let's toss a livery on there too for fun. All right, let's get building. Hello? It's telling me to swap a 4.7 liter V8. There is no 4.7 liter V8 here, only the 6.2 liter V8. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put the 6.2 liter V8. That's what I'm gonna do. Does it want us to turbo it? No turbo? No way. All-wheel drive swap? Oh my god, this thing is gonna be crazy. Drift tires, bro. Come on. Okay, the build is complete. Oh, it has over 1,000 horsepower. That's actually really nice. This should be pretty good. Okay, but now it is time to tune it. Alright, I copied over all of the drift tuning settings from DeepSeek. It is time to test out this car. Alright, here we are at the 4-mile-long mountain drift zone. Alright, here we go. This is the final race. After this race, we will know which AI model is the best at building drift cars in Forza Horizon 5. Oh god. This is our first all-wheel drive drift build, actually. Oh my god. It doesn't have enough power. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is our first all-wheel drive drift build, so you'd think it would be the best because all-wheel drive drifting is actually meta. But no. This thing's so hard to get sideways. Like, look at that, dude. The gear tuning's so off, too. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Dude, I actually had really high hopes for DeepSeek because it gave us an all-wheel drive drift build. But, dude, This thing sucks. This thing absolutely sucks. Like, how am I supposed to get points with this thing, bruh? It just straightens out every single time. Oh, you just have to really send it, I guess. Like, no, dude, what is that? See, if I were tuning this drift build myself, there are plenty of different things that you could do to fix this. Like, for example, like having the car send, like, say 70 to 80% of the power to the rear wheels and only like 20 to 30% of the power to the front wheels, just to keep it going sideways a little bit easier. Or give it snow tires, the actual good drift tire compound. Or make the tires a little bit thinner so that's easier to get them spinning. Oh my god, I almost spun out the entire car. Jesus. No, this thing's actually trash though. Like, you could also give it more power so it's easier to spin up the wheels. Like, dude. Like, look at, I'm holding full right and it is just straightening itself out. That is horrible. That is not how you want a drift car to react to your inputs. Like, oh, and it just grips up. I need it to go sideways and it's just gripping up. All right, that was actually a good corner. We got that super sideways. Oh, okay. I feel like I'm starting to figure this out a little bit. But like, we just can't get any speed if we're going sideways because all of our speed just stops because of how much grip this car has. Like, another thing to fix that you could do is just lower the tire pressure like all the way in the rear. Another thing that DeepSeek did not do for us, which Gemini actually did. Gemini actually did lower their tire pressure all the way in the rear while keeping the front one like pretty normal tire pressure, which is actually meta. That's what you want to do. Like, Gemini actually made us a pretty good drift build. But we have like 2 corners left here. Oh, we actually did pass 1 million. Wait, am I gonna beat ChatGPT? ChatGPT's score was 1,057,000. Let's see if we can beat it. Oh, it's gonna be close. Oh my god, 1,056,000. Oh my god, it was 1,000 less than ChatGPT's. Okay, we have our results. The worst AI model for building a drift build in tune in Forza Horizon 5 has to be DeepSeek. And that's this one right here, the S14. This car, it was our only all-wheel drive drift build, which actually is meta. But this car just had way too much grip and it just straightened out every single time you were trying to drift it. And I mean, that showed in the points. It was the lowest scoring car of the day. So yeah, 3rd place goes to DeepSeek. And in 2nd place is OpenAI's ChatGPT drift build in tune in Forza Horizon 5. This one we were able to get 1,057,000 points on, which is literally 1,000 more points than the last drift build. And the last drift build was absolutely horrible. But I think the all-wheel driveness carried that last drift build, and this is a rear-wheel drive drift build. So that's why these were so close. For a rear-wheel drive drift tune, this actually is pretty dang good. It was fairly controllable. Yeah, overall, very controllable, very good drift build. It was just kind of lacking power and snow tires. And our winner for today's video, the best AI model at building drift builds and tunes in Forza Horizon 5 is going to be Google's Gemini. And it built us this right here, the Dodge Viper SRT10 Formula Drift car. And I mean, we were able to get 1,089,000 points first try on this thing. And this thing is rear-wheel drive, and it doesn't have snow tires, which kind of puts this car at a handicap already, and we were almost able to get 1.1 million first try with it. So I mean, this is just overall a pretty dang good drift build, human-made or AI-made. So the winner of today's video is Google Gemini. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hype the video and subscribe if you enjoy the content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.